So next, let's go through some of the technological solutions that already exist. As I said, when it comes to NOx emissions, these are the tailpipe emissions that come out of the tractors. Tractors, they're usually diesel because they're diesel engine because they're big. They're big farm equipment, right? Big stuff usually is more diesel. So when it comes to NOx and emissions, what is the solution for that? Well, we have these things called catalytic converters, right? There's selective catalytic reduction, which reduces NOx over a catalyst using ammonia as a reductant. So we literally, you have the tailpipe, you have the emissions, you slap something on it, and then it absorbs, and boom, you cut out your emissions. Pretty simple fix. Can we do that? Yeah, we've been doing that. Matter of fact, we have emissions regulations on diesel engines, on diesel vehicles, and year after year, they're becoming more and more stringent in order to force the industry to innovate. I know this because this is the work that I used to be involved in. We used to track all the importers of different diesel engines, different vehicles, and how much emissions and they were emitting, whether it was NOx, the carbon monoxide, the particulate matter. So these things have technological solutions. Tailpipe emissions can be managed with this. Also, just simple things like exhaust gas recirculation. There's technological solutions that exist. These aren't new problems. That's the NOx. Number two is the ammonia. Okay, NH3. Well, something that exists in order to deal with ammonia is the nitrification process, nitrification or denitrification. And this is a common process in wastewater treatment. If you simply Google nitrification, ammonia nitrification, denitrification, there are many systems that already exist which will go over and describe how to set up, how to execute wastewater treatment systems where the input is ammonia and there's various processes that it goes through in order to convert it into nitrate and then nitrite, and eventually you just let the gas out as a harmless gas. So again, we have solutions for the ammonia, number one, and we have solutions for the NOx emissions, number two. So I go back to, why is the government forcing the sale, forcing the theft of these people's lands? Again, like, this is such an extreme measure that is unbalanced. Number one, doesn't take into account what already exists, doesn't take into account what the farmers can do, doesn't take into account the downstream economic impacts when people are already living on the margins. I kid you not. People in Canada are ready to kill themselves, and the government is there to help them do it because they can't pay the bills. That's what's happening right now. And it's all connected. What is it connected to? What is it connected to? Here's the big picture. The big picture. There's this thing called the World Economic Forum. You familiar with it? You might have been familiar with it.